Okay, now let's see one of the example of limiting and excess reactant punya type of question lah. So the first, usually this kind of question, like normal dia bagi all the info, and then kalau question tu baik, the question is nice to you, dia akan give you uh, an equation lah, chemical equation. Okay, sometimes dia orang tak bagi, you have to do it by yourself, but we'll see on the second question later. Okay, one thing to take note, alright, to take note, the equation must be balanced. Always we need to have a balanced equation. Okay, always check, even though dia bagi, sometimes it does not necessarily is a balanced equation. Okay, so if you look at this one ada 1 sodium, while this one ada 2 sodium, dah tak balance. This one ada 2 oxygen, this one ada 1 oxygen. So we can balance the equation, alright. So when we balance it, you fikir, you tengok macam mana. So you should have 4 sodium and 2 Na2O solid. Okay, kalau you tengok this on the right side have 4 sodium, and this one ada 4 sodium, this one ada 2 oxygen, this one ada 2 oxygen. So it is dah what's it called, balance. Okay, usually the question is like this lah, even though sometimes dia tak macam ni pun, it is kind of the step, the question is kind of guiding you to the right step lah. So the first is determining the limiting reactant. Second is we need to calculate the mass of Na2 produced. So this one, the product dia nak tahu how much they produce, and then dia nak tengok calculate the mass of excess reactant remain at the end of the reaction. Macam tadi lah, dia nak tahu berapa banyak leftover hot dog yang tinggal. Okay. Okay, so how do we actually answer this question? So first, macam saya dah cakap tadi, okay, kita tengok soalan nombor 1. So first, what you need to do is have the balance equation. Tadi kita dah balance kan? So I'll write it back. So it is 4 sodium solid. Okay, I want you guys, kalau if possible, not if possible, I want you guys to tulis the face. Okay, it is important. Without the face, your chemical equation is not complete. Okay, and then we combine it with oxygen gas. Okay, because oxygen gas is O2, and we will get 2 Na2O solid. Okay, we akan dapat sodium oxide. So what you need to do, okay, from this and from the soalan, we know that dia cakap dia guna 15.0 grams of sodium, while we have 30.0 grams of oxygen. So wait, where is my cursor? I want to change. Okay, one thing to take note, okay, we have 2 types of mole in this kind of question. So one is mole given, right? Another one is mole needed. Okay, so far so clear. I just want to emphasize that in this kind of question, we will use 2 types of mole. Okay, apa benda tu, don't worry, it's very easy. Okay, mole given, okay, mole given yang kita dapat daripada soalan, macam contohnya kita dapat daripada the mass yang dia bagi tu, ataupun from experiment. Usually dia orang cakap from experiment. This is important. Mole needed kita dapat from stoichiometric comparison. Oh my god, macam mana I nak kira stoichiometric ni? Alright. Okay, stoichiometric stoichiometric comparison. Okay, in simple words, we get mole needed daripada balance equation. Okay, balance equation. Alright, so let's see how kita nak answer this kind of questions. Okay, the first thing, kalau any question, the one thing that you need to do is to find the mole lah. So let's find mole of this first and this first, baru kita compare. So let's find the mole of okay, mole given Allahu Akbar. So mole given of Na is equivalent. Ingat tak, nak cari mole, kita bahagi dengan dia punya molar mass. So it is 15.0 grams over 23.0 grams per mole. Okay, bagi-bagi, ini naik atas. So you should get 0.652 mole, while mole given, okay, why I use the word given, sebab it is given in the equation. Okay, dia guna berapa banyak mass yang diberi oleh question lah. So and then mole given of O2 is equivalent, mass dia is 30 grams over mass of O2. Okay, keep in mind is O2. So oxygen is 16. Yes, oxygen is 16. Tapi it is O2. So we have 2 oxygen. So darab 2 lah dia punya molar mass. So we will get 0.938 mole. Right? Okay. So now the thing yang kita need to do is kita kena compare. Alright? So if you look at this, the stoichiometric coefficient, alright, here stoichiometric coefficient yang kat depan ni, yang you guys darab itu untuk balancekan dia, this is the stoichiometric coefficient. Alright, so what you need to do is you need to compare those. Alright, so okay, so if you look, 4 mole of sodium solid will react with 1 mole of O2. Alright, so 4 mole of Na will react with 1 mole of O2. Okay, so kalau kita ada, maybe kita ada, since it is given that we have 0.652 mole of Na, so this one is based on balance based on balance equation. Okay, so if we have 0.652 moles, okay, berapa mole of O2 yang kita should have from the balance equation? Macam biasa, you darab and then you bahagi. So 0.652 times 1 over 4 should be equivalent of 0.163 mole. So N needed, bilangan mole yang diperlukan, yang oksigen, bilangan mole oksigen yang diperlukan is 0.163 mole. Alright, so now let's compare yang N needed of O2 O2 dengan N given O2. So, kalau you tengok, yang diberi, okay, yang ada di dalam reaction ni is 0.938 moles, while kita hanya perlukan 0.163. So, maksudnya, bila N given of O2 is larger than N needed of O2, it means that, okay, bermaksud is O2, okay, is an excess reactant. Okay, sama macam redox hari tu. If one is excess, if this is excess, okay, automatically the other one is limiting. Okay, limiting. So, sebabkan dia tanya limiting reactant, tapi kita jumpa excess reactant. So, tulislah lagi satu. So, and A solid. So, sodium solid is a limiting reactant. Okay, you punya mark, okay, depends on the question. The mark is in here and here. Okay, you need to tulis the sentence that sodium is a limiting reactant. If you buat all of the calculation, you end up and sampai sini, maybe you buat the comparison, even that, you still won't get the full mark. Because to get the full mark, you need to write that sodium is a limiting reactant. You need to tulis which one is limiting, which one is excess. Even though kalau you just okay, even though you just tulis excess dekat atas, limiting kat sini, you still would not get the full mark. Okay, so now let's calculate the mass of Na2O produced. Okay, so I'll tulis back lah. In an exam, you just tulis one the balance equation. But I'll tulis back the equation, the balance equation plus O2 gas, you'll get 2 sodium 2O solid. Okay, based on kita dah cari tadi, kita tahu that sodium is, kita dapat 0.652 mole, and while O2 kita ada 0.938 mole, right? And we also know that which one is limiting, which one is excess. Okay, so sodium is the limiting. Wait, I'll choose different color. Okay, sodium is, tak nampak lah pula dah. Aduh, so yalah, red, not red, purple. Okay, sodium is limiting, while oxygen is excess. Okay, kita nak tahu how many yang kita dapat lah. So ingat tak tadi, the hot dog and the bun, right? Okay, just imagine that is the bun lah. Okay, to determine how much you can get hot dog in a bun, it is determined by the limiting reactant. So, berapa banyak produk you dapat, it always bergantung kepada limiting reactant. Okay, so for an example lah, so we need to do the stoichiometric comparison lah. So based on the balance equation, 4 mole of Na solid will get us, alright, will get us 2 mole of Na2O solid. So, okay. But why I choose sodium sebab dia ada limiting. Macam saya cakap tadi, amount of product yang form is based on limiting. So, now kita ada 0.652 mole of sodium solid. And I probably wouldn't have to tell you again that you darab silang, you bahagi dengan nombor atas dia. So you should get 0.652 times 2 divided by 4, and it is equivalent of 0.326 mole of Na2O solid produce. Okay. Okay, but tapi dia tak tanya how many moles yang produce. Dia tanya mass, alright? So we have to change it to mass lah. So mass of Na2O solid, right, is equivalent to 0.326 mole. Okay, daripada mole nak ke mass, kita darab dengan dia punya molar mass. So molar mass of sodium is, kita ada 2 sodium, kita darab dengan molar mass of sodium 32.0 gram per mole, and then kita tambah dengan we only have 1 oxygen, so 16.0 gram per mole. Alright. Yep. Okay. So now you punya answer you should get 20.31 grams. Okay. So this is the product yang you akan dapat. So look. So usually experiment dia takkan dapat the ideal lah. So usually you akan ada a little bit of excess, and you punya product will always you can only have as much product as it is limited by the limiting reactant. Okay. Now, and the final question, okay, usually dia akan tanya the mass of the excess reactant. So how much left of the excess reactant after it reacted lah. So macam awal-awal tadi hotdog dengan bun tu, kita tinggal satu hotdog. Okay, kita wanna know how many hotdog yang tertinggal selepas reaction ni dah habis. Okay, from the balance equation, right? Okay, I'll write it back the equation. So we have 4Na solid tambah O2 gas, and we have 2Na2O solid. So from the balance equation, right? From the balance equation, we know which one is the excess reactant. Alright, so we know that it is O2 yang excess kan. So O2 is excess. So now we want to know how many yang tinggal selepas kita dah siap reactant. So kita nak tahu how many left. Alright, we want to know. So if kalau kita tengok from the stoichiometric coefficient, kita boleh buat dia punya comparison. So 4 mole of Na solid will react with 1 mole of O2 gas, right? For ideal, theoretical punya what is it called? value, okay, so if we have 0.652 mole of Na, okay, the given mole, okay, yang kita cari daripada mass, we should need an amount of, kalau you darab silang, 0.163 mole of O2 needed. Okay, to be honest, the calculation kita dah buat dah in part A tadi, where you wanna find the limiting reactant, tapi just tulislah balik untuk get the full mark lah. So to know the, okay, number of moles O2 remain, right, kita nak tahu berapa banyak yang tinggal, is equivalent to, okay, is equivalent to moles yang kita diberi, okay, which is berapa banyak yang awal tu, kita dah tahu dia punya moles, kita tolak dengan moles yang kita perlu, okay, needed. Okay, berapa yang kita ada kita tolak lah dengan berapa banyak yang kita perlu. So yang left over should be the remain lah. So we have the given, kita dah kira awal tadi, 938 mole minus needed dia is 0.163 mole. You should get 0.775 mole of O2 remain. Okay, just like tadi punya, Allahu Akbar, remained. Okay, just like question tadi, dia tak tanya mole, dia tanya mass. So untuk calculate the mass, right, so daripada mole lah ke mass, kita darab dengan dia punya molar mass. So mass of O2 remain, okay, so it's equivalent dengan yang tinggal dari 0.775 mole, right, darab dengan molar mass dia. And remember, it is O2, bukan only O. So the molar mass of oxygen is 16 gram per mole. Tapi kita ada dua kan, kita ada dua oksigen, so darablah 2. So you will get the answer is 24.8 grams. That's how to answer limiting and excess reaction punya question.